Hi, this is Julius KARNWIE of KARNWIE Books, the company that wants you to read. Today I will be talking to you about some of the reasons why some people do not know how to read. Now, there may be many reasons why some people do not know how to read, but these are the few that I will be discussing today. The first reason is health reasons. Some people do not know how to read or cannot read because of health reasons. Some people feel very depressed whenever they take a book to read. It changes and hurts their mood, so they set the book aside and prefer not to read or even learn to read. Some people also experience a headache. I have met a woman who said that every time she took a book to read, she experienced a very severe headache, and so she stopped trying to read, and she couldn't read at all, and she felt that reading wasn't a thing meant for her. And then some people, because of a past medical incident that affected them physically, or probably has affected them mentally, they are unable to read. They just can't read. The next reason is fear. Some people have a fear of books and a fear of reading. This kind of fear, the fear of books and of reading, is called bibliophobia. And some people are afraid to read because they feel shy, or especially when it comes to reading in a public or reading before an audience, they feel afraid that if they made a mistake, the audience might mock at them. They won't be able to stand that. So some people just don't read, especially they don't read at all, even in private, because of bibliophobia, or because they are afraid that the audience might react negatively if they were to read in public. Then there is also the reason of superstition. Some people have found a superstitious reason for which they cannot read. Some have built a superstition around the healthy practice of reading. And sometimes this superstition may be because someone in their family, probably a relative or a parent or a few people in their family who tried to read, never really made it, or sometimes a few people down the line, a few people in the past have lost their lives mysteriously whilst trying to advance themselves in the academics. And so such people feel that the same fate might befall them if they try to read or if they try to get educated, and so they give up on themselves when it comes to reading. They feel that it is something that isn't meant for their family. So that is a superstition that drives some people to stay away from reading, and that has caused them to not even be able to read at all. And then there's also the element of laziness. Some people are just lazy. They are lazy readers. They read only to pass an exam, or they read only to make a presentation, or they read only when it is really critical and when it is required. For such people, after achieving a high school diploma or a college degree, for them reading stops right there. They do not really pursue reading as something that could be a thing of pleasure, or as something that could be very good for keeping up and keeping the mind alert. They just throw their books aside because they are lazy. They just don't want to read. They just don't want to read, even though they know how to read. And then there's, on the other hand, there's another reason, which is that of oppression. Some people cannot read because they are oppressed when it comes to the line of reading or even acquiring or pursuing an academic achievement. For example, in some countries, it could be a gender thing. In some countries, women are not really encouraged to gain empowerment through literacy or reading, or through gaining some sort of education that will make them to be independent, or that will make them to be able to provide for themselves and their home. So for such people, they are being oppressed. They are being kept away from any kind of achievement in the line of reading because their culture or their religion, or for some reason, they just aren't allowed to pursue a career or to even better and empower themselves through the art of reading and gaining literacy. Whatever the reasons might be, KARNWIE Books, the company that wants you to read, will help you. We will guide you. We will make reading to be an easy, fun, practical exercise that you will enjoy. Even as you enjoy watching a movie, or even as you enjoy outdoor activities like probably playing on a tennis court or even swimming in the pool. And KARNWIE Books is here to help you. We are committed to literacy. We are committed to spreading literacy around the world. Despite where you come from, despite your situation, everyone deserves to be able to read. Because when you are able to read, you can easily acquire the knowledge that will open so many opportunities for you, that will bring out your talents. There are many people who didn't go to school to acquire a degree or to acquire even a high school diploma, but the little reading skills they gained opened doors for them. Even though they were high school dropouts, even though they were college dropouts, they were still able to pursue their own innate or inborn talents that brought out the best in them. And most of all, they were able to change and make the world a better place because they had gained just that little knowledge, that little skill of reading. It took them a long way and made a big impact on the world. So we here at KARNWIE Books believe that in this new age, which is called the age of Aquarius, or the age of information, of illumination, of knowledge, of learning, reading is so important that it is even becoming as important as the air that we breathe, meaning that in order to survive, one will have to have some basic literary skill. And the first literary skill is that of reading, to be able to comprehend your language and to perfect yourself at understanding it. Okay, so KARNWIE Books is here to help you. Again, this is Julius KARNWIE of KARNWIE Books, the company that wants you to read. Thank you.